Hello and welcome to the Durham Tech Instructional Video Environment, also known as DIVE. My name is Thomas Roberts and I will be your guide through the CTS 130 spreadsheet video series. So with so much to cover, let's dive in. In this video, we'll be using the sum formula to calculate our profits per 2,000 and 5,000 sales. Next, we'll be using the fill handle as a shortcut. What we want to do now is we want to calculate our profit per 2,000 and 5,000 sales. But in order for us to do that, we need to create a column to where we have our profit per item separate. So let's go ahead and right click column F. Let's go down to insert. Let's click insert. And now we have a new column to where we can add our profit per item. Let's go up to the formula bar while we're still in cell F4. And we're going to type the words profit per item. Let's click off the screen. We need to do some column resizing, so let's go in between columns F and G, and we now have a new column called profit per item. Now what we're going to do is use our equal sum function. I zoomed it in so we can have a better view of what we're doing. In cell F5, let's type equals sum, open parentheses. We're going to click in E5, minus sign, click in D5, close the parentheses. Let's click enter, and as you see, it says our profit for candles is going to be $3.25. Let's click in cell F6, and we're going to calculate the sum for this. So it's going to be the same thing, equals sum, open parentheses. We're going to click E6, minus sign, D6, close the parentheses, click enter, and our profit is $4.50. Next, equals sum, open parentheses, E7 minus D7, close the parentheses. Our profit is $5.10. Next, equals sum, cell E8 minus D8, close parentheses, enter. Profit is $2.60. Next, equals sum, cell E9 minus D9, close parentheses, and our profit is $4.25. What we want to do now is calculate our profit per 2,000 and 5,000 sales. Let's click in cell G5. I'm going to zoom in so we can see what we're doing. And we're going to type equals 2,000, the multiplication symbol, and F5. Let's click enter. And as you see, when we click in G5, the formula bar tells us exactly what we did. Now we're going to use a shortcut to calculate the rest. Let's move our cursor over to the corner until it changes. We're going to click and drag all the way to G9, and as you see, the fill handle calculated the rest of it for us. We can click in G9, and you see each time we go up, it changes the cell from F5 to F9. Now let's calculate per 5,000. Let's click in cell H5. We're going to type equals 5,000, the multiplication sign, and we're going to click in cell F5. Click enter, and as you see, our profit is $16,250. Let's use our fill handle again. Let's put our cursor to the corner, click and drag all the way to H9, and as you see, the fill handle went ahead and calculated our profit per 5,000 sales. Now after that's finished, you can see that our borders have been a little messed up. So let's go ahead and select all of our information. Let's go under font. Let's click the thick box border shortcut, and our border has been added. Our profit per 2,000 and 5,000 sales is now complete. But to make it easier to see what our profits total were, we're going to go ahead and add a total bar. Let's click in cell B11. We're going to type the word total. Let's go ahead and highlight cell B11, click and drag it all the way to cell H11, and we're going to go ahead and put a thick box border around that as well. Let's go up under font, click the thick box border shortcut, and we now have a border around our newly created total bar. Now let's make some basic formatting so we can change the total to where it looks like the rest of the titles. Let's go ahead and make it bold. And let's see what our font size was on this one. It was 16, so we're going to go ahead and click cell B11, make it 16 font. And while we have it highlighted, let's go ahead and change our fill. Change our fill to orange, change our font to the blue, and now all of our titles are now uniform. Now what we want to do is find our totals. So in G11, let's type equals sum. We're going to have an open parentheses. We're going to click G5. We're going to type a colon. And then we're going to click G9. Let's close the parentheses. Click enter. And as you see in G11, it gives us the totals for G5 through G9. Let's go ahead and click in H11. We're going to do the same thing. Equals sum. Open the parentheses. Click H5 colon H9. Close the parentheses. Hit enter. And our profit per 5,000 sales is $98,500. We have now reached the end of the video. In this video, we learned about the sum function. That's how we calculated our profit per 2,000 and 5,000 sales. Next was the fill handle. That is when we clicked and dragged, so we didn't have to continue to put in our function over and over again. It was a shortcut. Next, we added a total bar just to make it easier to view our total profit per 2,000 and 5,000 sales. I want to thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next installment.